Most people know the words Jesus spoke on the cross. My God, why have you forsaken me? And many ask the question, if Jesus is God, then why would he say God had abandoned him? To understand that moment, we have to look at where the line comes from. Jesus was quoting Psalm 22, an ancient poem from the Hebrew scriptures. A psalm is a sacred song used for prayer, worship, and reflection. These poems express the full range of human emotion, including joy, fear, trust, and deep suffering. Psalm 22 was written by King David. To understand the weight of that, you need to know a little of David's life. Before he became king, David spent years running for his life. The ruler of Israel, Saul, saw him as a threat and tried to kill him. David hid in deserts and caves, constantly moving to avoid capture. He was betrayed by people he trusted, separated from his home, and surrounded by enemies. These experiences shaped the raw emotion in many of his poems. Psalm 22 comes from someone who believes in God, but feels overwhelmed by fear, danger, and isolation. David was also the central figure of Israel's story, a king, a poet, and the ancestor from whom the Messiah was expected to come. The Gospels present Jesus as the fulfillment of that expectation. So when Jesus draws from David's words, he is intentionally placing his own experience inside David's story. Psalm 22 begins with a cry of anguish, the same line Jesus spoke, but the psalm does not end there. It describes suffering and rejection in ways that echo the crucifixion. Then the tone shifts. David declares that God has not abandoned him. He speaks of rescue, vindication, and future generations praising God. In Jesus' time, quoting the opening line of a passage was how you directed people to the entire text. So when Jesus said, my God, why have you forsaken me?" he was not announcing divine abandonment. He was pointing listeners to the full psalm, with its movement from agony to hope, and from apparent defeat to ultimate triumph. It was a cry of real suffering, and at the same time, a deliberate signal revealing the deeper meaning behind the moment and the fulfillment of David's ancient words.